Thank you for joining us today to learn more about the Wake Forest Career Management Services. My name is Usman Nawaz, and I'm one of the several success managers here to support you all the way through graduation. Today, I'll be going over how to maximize the career management service to help you grow your career. Today, we'll be going over the Wake Network, the alumni engagement, market readiness, the 24/7 toolkit as well. We have one of the biggest alumni networks with over 80,000 alumni, and with over 15,000 alumni from the School of Business. Our alumni are spread across the globe. They're working as CEOs, executives, nonprofit leaders, data scientists, lawyers, consultants, and entrepreneurs. Building a network can help you stay connected and help you grow your career. Wake Forest experiences beyond graduation. There's a great experience there. Many of our graduates say the best thing about the Wake Forest education was the relationship they've developed with each other, along with the faculty and of course alumni with them. The alumni engagement team works to provide our alumni with meaningful engagement opportunities and career resources so they can continue to be impactful in their communities and organizations. Our alumni are encouraged to participate in lifelong learning and career advancements offerings that are available and continue to grow personal and professional network. In return, we do ask that you help us retain our status as a top-tier business program by volunteering your time and industry expertise to our programs and students. Wake Communities is a way to help find deacons in your area. They made up alumni, parents, and friends interested in connecting with each other and the university. They reflect the best of Wake Forest experience, including the social interactions, intellectual discussions, and the satisfaction of services to others. The job market expects potential candidates to be proactive in reaching out to industry and company contacts, even before being offered an invitation to interview. Many jobs now reach an online job posting site and are instead filled through referrals from current employees. Effective networking within your target industries and organizations will be essential for your job search. It is actually estimated that between 70 to 85% of jobs are obtained through networking. The Center for Market Readiness provides tools and support for career decision-making. You can connect with career coaches to support your career exploration, along with expand your network by connecting with alumni. Plus, you'll have a lifetime membership access to career services even after graduation. To receive one-on-one attention is the best way to maximize the market readiness. To use the one-on-one attention, and the best way to do that is it actually offers range of resources to support your career, from career development and coaching, where you can get market ready, or getting help with your resume, which will effectively communicate your experience and expertise to the potential employer and help you land your dream job. In addition, your career coach can also help you identify gaps in your skill set, which will be you can use for interviewing and networking. The MRA coaches can also help you develop a plan to build your professional network, including engagement with alumni and maximizing your reach through social network. There's not one size fits all approach with experiences which are actually based on each student's individual career needs. The career toolkit is actually available to you 24/7. The career toolkit is actually focused on supporting your career and professional development. We understand that busy working professionals need to be able to access the tools 24/7. If you want to work on your resume at 1 a.m. or search for job opportunities, you can. The Market Readiness and Engagement Toolkit is available 24/7, which gives you access to job search, job postings, resume tips, networking, professional branding, interview tips. As you can see on the website here on the top, you can actually click on the overview button. Yes, you can watch a quick 2-minute video by the site and its benefits. The Career Sports Center request form is there if you want to request a one-on-one with a career coaching. All the resources are on the site, from LinkedIn tips, but also if you need to connect with a career ambassador as well. The career ambassador is designed to give a student a hot lead to connecting with alums about the MBA program and beyond. These alumni have signed up to be the go-to people for our students in need of assistance in many ways. It could be resume reviews, expert industry knowledge, insight into company or organizations as well. To provide you insight to the student experience of the Market Readiness and Engagement Center, we actually have a student online today, Lindsay Herrin, who will share with us some of her experience so far. And I'm just going to ask a couple of quick questions. Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Susan. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks so much for asking. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you had a good day so far.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. So just a couple of quick questions. If you can tell me, what made you decide to reach out to this engagement center in the first place?
Sure. Yeah. So I applied for the first OMBA class for September 2020, and I kind of applied with the intention of figuring out what I wanted to do with my life professionally. I had a, unconventional resume. I knew I wanted to get into corporate, but because of the jobs that I'd held in the past, there wasn't really any direct translatable experience that would help me get that foot in the door. Plus, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I went through the admissions process. I went through the interview process, and I was a little intimidated because a lot of people had very direct intentions with this degree, and I mostly just wanted to figure out where I fit in a corporate world. So as the program advanced, I was able to kind of home in more and more to what translates to my skill set and what makes me passionate about my career. So I reached out to Career Services again to find how to bridge the gap between not having any direct corporate experience and landing a role in a corporate field.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, that's awesome that you're able to reach out. And how was the experience overall with the career coach?
So Career Services, like I said, I was in the first inaugural class, or am. I graduate in December. And I will say that this program has grown like exponentially with the MBA program. So, I kind of got to a point I started applying for jobs really last summer in 2021. And then this spring kind of hit the head with just, okay, where I am, I'm restricted by my conditions. So I really need to focus on getting the job. So I reached out to Career Services and got a one-on-one with Colleen. And it was amazing. She having that one-on-one contact, she reviewed my resume. We kind of discussed the lack of direct experience. She sent resources. She mailed me a book, which I just thought was like above and beyond what I was expecting out of the experience. So we realized that it didn't necessarily have to do with my experience as much as it was me not really navigating the application process today. Everything being kind of computer fed and computer read, we flipped the narrative and kind of helped me get that more personable contact through LinkedIn. So I made the conscious effort to add the job search to my plate. Seriously, it's hard when this is a professional program, so you do have a full-time job. You are going to school and reading and doing homework throughout the week. And the job search is almost like itself a full-time job. But with Colleen's help and the Career Services, we met in April, and by the 1st of July, I was interviewing with 3 places, which previously had not happened. And then I got the job, or I got a recruiter called me from NASDAQ, and I took 3 weeks to interview with them before I received the offer. So from tip to tail, starting with Colleen to where I am now working for NASDAQ, it took about 3.5 months versus like the 1.5 years that I had been working alone. So it was obviously a much more efficient and effective turnaround.
Well, that's amazing. The cool thing is that you were able to identify it's not actually the experience itself that you have, it's actually how you're, putting it out there on the resume itself and how the computer system is reading it and how best to connect with the right people? And you said LinkedIn was a big factor in helping that.
Yeah. So one of the things that's interesting is you kind of have to edit your resume for every job you apply for, right? Well,
Right.
because of like going through the MBA process, first of all, figuring out what I wanted to do, I started knowing how to look for roles that specifically had what was already on my resume in the job description. And that way I didn't really have to fiddle with it as much. I mean, I would change tenses or buzzwords here and there, but it wasn't like an overhaul process like it had been in the past. And really leveraging the LinkedIn network. I started the program with 91 or so connections, and I have 240 now. And so leveraging that network and talking to people who were in the roles and DMing them. And I had, Colleen's eyes, professor's eyes, other classmates' eyes. And then I worked with like 10 different companies that I got sent referral links for throughout the application process in these last 3.5 months. And they put eyes on it and they edited it for me. So I just needed a key into the door for the network and to learn how to do that. And I think that was kind of, that's not something that you can just inherently know. So career services was really great about teaching me how to do that.
No, that's an amazing experience. And I'm glad they were there for you. So, I know the last question is there, but, based on everything you said, your interactions has been great. But you actually found results. I mean, like you said before, a year and a half, you didn't get anywhere in terms
Right.
of applying, but then within 3 months, you actually had people reaching out to you. You said 3 jobs.
Yeah. And I went from, just for the scope of it, like I said, I have an unconventional past. My most previous role was a fund development manager for a small time art museum. And now I work for NASDAQ. So like, just knowing that you have what it takes, just whether or not it looks like that on paper.
Yeah, I think that's awesome as well. I mean, I think and being able to, like, let's say NASDAQ, reaching out to you, I mean, that's also a big confidence builder as well, right? To be able to say, hey, I can do that job, I'm qualified. And sometimes, even something like that, is a big impactful on the resume and also on, when you're looking for a job.
It was, you spend a year and a half thinking that you're not good enough for anything. And then all of a sudden you've got this experience where it's like, oh, wait, no, it's just about the right way to present yourself. So I have a lot more corporate confidence too, just throughout the experience.
That's awesome. No, and I appreciate your time and thank you for that. And if anyone has questions for Lindsay, they can put it in the Q&A and we'll be happy to answer that for them. Excellent.
Thanks.
Well, that was the end of the presentation and we can take questions this time. In the meantime, if you want to schedule an appointment with a career coach, you can call or text the number on the screen, the 336-968-3001 as well.